Forgot to turn the microphone on. Gotta love it. There's always something that screws up. And I'm gonna take this. Freaking fix this. Because I should have checked beforehand. It looks ridiculous. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, Mel. I look like a retard. Ugh. I always forget something at the beginning. There's always something I forget. If it's not... You know what? Hold that thought. Pen up. I'll be right back. Move your ass, Pen. Thank you. Good girl. Come on. Come on, Pen. Fuck that noise. I'll just do this. Okay. So, as I was saying, hello, Pen. What a friggin' day. What a friggin' day. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait just because I want some more folks to come in. And so everybody can get it, you know what I mean? Got something I have to send in Messenger. There. All right. Now, let's begin. What a freaking day. What a freaking week. Ay, 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 you guys. So... the insanity is getting worse. Trump supposedly something about cussed out somebody that he thought was Ron DeSantis, but it wasn't. It was somebody with the same name, which sounds strange. But yeah, Queenie, hello, my friend. Oh, make sure my frickin' hat's on right. Oh, Queenie, hi. Y'all, packing still fucking sucks as much as it did when I did it the last 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 frickin' however many times. Oy. Ah, unbelievable. So, Tom's new video. When I saw that it was Tom and John Rich, holy shit, you guys. I was like, no way! Because I reacted to John Rich's song a bit back, and I've loved that guy since he was big and rich, and that was the name of the group, and Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. That song was one of my favorite songs way back. And Chill Rock! Let's go! You right. So, without further ado, I am going to start the video. Let's get it.
I know the end is near, the television telling lies. I know for sure the revolution won't be televised. I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide. Feel like the bomb about to drop out of the clouds. Another virus going airborne, go hide inside your house. Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds and trying to burn the cities down. This is Armageddon, martial law for our protection. I talk to God but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and
wow. I talked to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. That could be taken so many different frickin' ways. I mean, obviously, if you take it at face value, long distance, well, duh. But I wonder what lost reception means. Maybe in the context of this video, because of the aliens that are all flying around, the CGI in this is freaking wicked. I love it.
martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and oil spills are the awful lessons. I'm just waiting for the devil to take over heaven. This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for...
He's right. It is in the Bible. It's in the Bible. There's so many... Hey, I have that same hammer. There's so many things that are that's going on that are in the Bible, and so many things in the past that have been in the Bible. So, damn it! I just started. Why am I yawning already? Son of a bitch. All right.
Biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for peace. We put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
Oh, wait. Before we get on that, we put our flowers. Do you remember there's like this really iconic picture of, there was armed people standing there. It was something on a college, I think. And one of the flower children, because they were all wearing the flower crowns and stuff, actually took a flower and put it in the end of the barrel, obviously where the bullet comes out. Put the flower in there. I think it was a daisy. So that right there, yeah, that's... Sorry, Duke, you're gonna have to wait, man. He started his I want to go out thing. He knows what goes on at 6 around here.
We used to fight for peace. We put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
If it's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest.
Why is there some... Is that a hat? If you look on the top of that pole, is that a hat or a scarecrow? Right here. Is that a hat with some kind of... Or is it a poster? What the hell is that? And what's that? Good grief. It's an upside down cow laying on his back? What the hell? Oh, this shit's awesome. Who cares what it is? Whoa! Look! No shit. Went too far. Alright.
The fullest.
It was something like...
We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping.
That was John Rich's wife. The female there, that was John Rich's wife. I can't remember her name. But she's really cool. That, I don't know who that is.
We fought in all their wars.
Wait. Did you see that? Hold on. There we go.
Built those bombs are dropping.
Look at Aliens abduct town singer delaying album release. And it looks like... Is that supposed to be John Rich with the guitar in his hand? What the hell? Oh my gosh. Redneck what? Barn barbecue. Look at all the freaking cans. Beer cans. That's freaking cool. Sheriff. Livonia. Is that Livonia in New York? I think there is one in New York State.
Fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
Feels like the end is near, our freedom's disappearing. People playing God, call it genetic engineering. The media misleading us and evil's interfering. While the government we need became the power that we're fearing. Our billionaires are going to space, don't blame them for leaving. Birds are falling out the air, fish washing up on our beaches. This is end times, humans got a deadline. Children are the future till we ruin them with headlines. Should be past their bedtime, but everyone's woke. They told us chase a dollar that made everyone broke. I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment day is coming, you can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight. This ancient...
Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by candlelight. That's how this That's how the United States started. That's how they lit their homes, with candlelight. What was it? Paul Revere with the frickin' lantern in his hand. Candlelight. Holy shit. Okay.
Granddaddy's planet Earth, it's black and white. The end is coming. I'll see y'all in the afterlife.
If it's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it.
Famous racing camel? Hold on.
World, I will do better next time.
Look at it, look. Breaking news, UFOs abduct famous racing camel. What the f...
Oh yeah, I know it.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I know it.
What are they going to do with all this
If
now?
it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars.
We built those bombs they're dropping, and we fought in all their wars. It was just the frickin' 20 years ago for Iraq. Holy shit.
We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do? It hits the end of the world as we know it. It's our fault that it's over.
Wow.
Okay, did you guys notice? Hold on. And the tinfoil? I love the friggin' tinfoil. Okay, so he made those gloves too. That's freaking crazy. I thought that he glued those gems on his hands. I've seen it from when I watched your reaction, Chill Rock. So I'm just, look at the lights. The lights turned red. They were green. From when, here, I'll go back. Watch. He's going to throw a rock at one of them and the lights turn green. I just noticed that. Did you mention that on yours? Did you mention that on yours, Chill Rock? Because I don't remember, but I just noticed it.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's our fault that it's over.
While we look down at our phones, they'll drop a bomb from a drone, then an explosion. We should have known it.
We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
Y'all saw what happened to the Earth at the end there. Watch. Gone. Holy shit. So that was... So all I could do was watch... Hey, Craig! So... First off, Queenie, yes, the tinfoil, freaking awesome. Chill Rock, your reaction was the first time that I actually saw the video. And, oh, what was your buddy's name? I forget his name. No, not Bean. I wrote it down. It's over in the other room. Damn it. He, or was it you, didn't know what the tinfoil on the head was for? I typed it as fast as I could because your chat usually, But, hey, Panther, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, man. Just the reaction of the people in your generation of the tinfoil being $500 and not knowing what the thing on his dad's head was frigging, yeah, that's him. Bean. Yes, Bean. My brain sucks. Okay, so, yes, both of you guys, both you and Bean, were like, what the frig is the tinfoil for? That was fucking priceless. Just so you know, that was priceless to me. Was priceless. Was awesome. It was I'm an old person, look at how shit's changed kind of moment. Like, for example, I hate saying the word like, but this is applicable. If you there's a little joke that runs around that says, put your millennial / kid or whatever in a room, close the door, lock it with a TV with no remote. Cat! XO, love you! Love you, love you! Put the kid in the room, lock the room, TV with the dials on it that I used to have to, oh my gosh, I feel so old just even talking about it. But no controller, because we were actually the remote controls when TVs, yeah. Well, Chill Rock, I caught things you missed just because I watched it with you and I was watching it for your reaction. I didn't watch it again because I wanted to watch it on my own without any input, you know what I mean? So I could see and react to it, my reaction, and take it in from what I was seeing. On yours, I was more trying to, well, explain some stuff. Bean's friggin' hilarious, by the way. Did you notice at one point that he said, Sherry? Who's Sherry? That was great. It wasn't in the chopped in one, but it was in the live. I don't know if you saw it. This was an outstanding video. They always are. It was weird seeing a video like this with the words to the song, how serious and applicable it was, because obviously it's Tom MacDonald. He drops the truth bombs all the time. So, you alright? Sorry, puppy. Well, she's 8.5. Not a puppy, but she's the youngest. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if she's dreaming or what. Got little beep beep noises. She's almost 70 pounds, making little puppy chirp noises. Weird. All right. She woke up and stretched. I think she heard me. Okay, so that was awesome. And the fact that he's number one, and now, on top of that, I watched a video that he had put up on Facebook about how, you know how he does his stuff, you know, the shorts and stuff, to shoot the video out to everybody and remind people, you know, download and hit like and all that stuff. This sucks. Anyway, I lost the train of thought. Yes. Okay. So Tom was actually live with John Rich last night. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he was live, like, let me see. Yep, here we go. He was live for like an hour and a quarter.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile...
Shut up.
Big and Rich or some, and
So we can watch a little of it because I didn't watch this, and I actually forgot to actually even watch it afterwards when it popped up because. All right.
$6,000 or $7,000. So as everybody continues to pour in, me and John are going to get into it here. So for those of you who don't know, the man sitting across from me right now, this is John Rich. This is one of the most iconic country artists of our time. John is a super outspoken dude in the country music space.
You guys, I've been following him on Twitter for a while, like before this video, and some of this shit that he posts, oh my gosh, it's awesome. He likes to provoke people.
And
you know who else does? Kurt Schilling, baseball player.
If you're familiar with some of John's past work with Big and Rich or some of his recent work, he did a song called Progress not too long ago, which is one of my favorite songs.
To with you guys.
And it falls right in line with what I do. So without further ado, everybody, meet John Rich.
Hey, everybody. Good to be with you, Tom. Thanks for inviting me on.
This is so awesome.
It's pretty crazy, man, that the way you and I met, a lot of people have been asking me on my channels on social media, how did you and Tom even meet? You know, how did this even happen? And I said, well, it's crazy. We've actually never personally shaken hands or given each other a big old hug, which is coming up soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, not even yet.
Hands or giving each other a big old hug, which is coming up soon.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because
we still haven't met each other.
during the lockdowns, all the concerts got shut off, all the buildings got boarded up, and I was kind of meandering around online just listening to new music, and I ran across Tom MacDonald, and I went, what's this guy all about? So I listened to one song and I went, holy God, listen to that. I'm going to listen to another one. Boom. And I said, I got to listen to another one. Bang. And by the time I knew it, I'd spent 2 or so hours doing nothing but listening to Tom MacDonald music. So I said, I got to find this guy. So I went on Twitter and I found your channel on Twitter and followed you. And then I think I put out a tweet and I tagged you in the tweet like, man, hey, I'd sure like to meet you or something like that. I think you're great. And it's a couple of days later, you noticed I'd hit you and you followed me back. We were able to send each other a direct message and then get on the phone.
That is so cool. See, I didn't know all of this. Papa, I understand that food trumps all. But I did not see now. I didn't know about, because I didn't watch this. So I'm watching it with you guys. This is the first time I've seen it. Queenie, you've already watched it, but I haven't. And so that's how they
followed me back.
Holy crap.
We were able to send each other a direct message. And
well, Tom's not stupid. When he got tagged by this guy, he knew this was somebody big.
Get on the phone. And we had that first phone call, Tom, and I think we talked for almost 2 hours about what was going on in the country, what the government was doing, what we were watching Fauci and everybody else do, and our concerts are shut down. All the people that we know were completely boarded up. The fans couldn't go anywhere. And I realized after talking to you on the phone for a couple hours, this is a kindred spirit to me. Even though we're very different in the way that we look and where we come from and what our music sounds like, we think the same, we feel the same, we see it the same way.
Yep.
And from that conversation, it was actually about 2 years until End of the World was even a conversation. It's really just a friendship, a camaraderie, a like-mindedness that I think is so important in these days and times when, as you talk about in your songs all the time, how divided people are, but they don't realize they're really not that different from each other. They're divided because of the crap that they get told every single day.
Exactly.
And you and I are a good example that if you can manage to see through the noise, you can actually see commonality with a lot.
Absolutely.
So that's how we got to this point. That's kind of a long story.
That is
but
friggin' cool.
I've been asked that 1,000 times, Tom, since the End of the World came out. How did this even happen? So it's a really good story. Tom, it's our love story. It's our love.
It is our love story. And that's probably more accurate than you know, because I remember the day that I saw John Rich pop up on my Twitter with @Tom MacDonald. And I called my sister immediately because my sister, she went to Big Valley Jamboree in Alberta many years ago, and she didn't stop talking about the Big and Rich show for a month afterwards. And that was initially kind of like what introduced me to John Rich and to Big and Rich and to your music. So I was super into it and became a fan at that point.
That is so freaking cool.
All these years later, to see that tweet pop up on Twitter, my sister was the first one I called, and I called immediately. And I said, "You'll never believe who just hit me up on Twitter. It was John Rich." And she freaked out. But I think a lot of the people in the chat here, like, I don't really, and I think the same goes for you, John, like, I don't really do many collabs. I don't really feature
really
on anybody's songs. I don't work with other people.
Well, you guys know that.
I largely dislike a lot of the folks in the music industry, so I keep to myself. That's one of the reasons why I'm independent. I just lay low and do my own thing, and obviously the message in my music has created more enemies than friends, especially in the music industry over the last 5 years. And I know that you're very selective with who you work with as well. And you know, I usually, it takes me some time. I get to know people and I become friends with people, and I see how we mesh as people before I ever even crosses my mind how would we mesh musically. So, you know, 2 years down the line, we've talked a handful of times and watched each other from a distance, and I've seen a lot of the stuff that you've released, and you've seen a lot of the stuff that I've released, and although it sounds very different sonically, content-wise, the things that we're talking about, the things that we care about, the things that we believe is important to put forth in our music, it just became more and more and more apparent that what I think is important, what you think is important, those things fell in line.
Wow.
So, and it was kind of a nerve-wracking moment for me to reach out and ask Mr. John Rich if he wanted to be on a song with me, because nobody likes being turned down. So I was nervous about that, but
so you're making a good point. So in the music industry, mashups happen because record labels and managers get together and think it's a good idea for their artists to mix it up because it's good commerce. You know, the fans are going to love it.
That makes sense.
And that's how they do it. And in this case, it had nothing to do with that. It was about, there's very few artists out there willing to say what Tom is willing to say, or willing to say what John is willing to say. Very few that are willing to do it. So if we're going to do something together, we're probably the only two guys that would even consider doing this. Maybe Aaron Lewis would do something with you. I would love to hear that someday. But I think we're few and far between. So the locking of arms and the back-to-back posture that we've taken, to me, it's honestly, I've sold millions of records, played concerts all over the planet. I mean, I've been very blessed. I've far surpassed any of my wildest dreams, honestly, that I could have ever imagined.
Oh, you're the man.
Something like this is so special because the industry is not behind me. Matter of fact, they're not only not behind me, they're against me.
Actively working against you.
Behind you either. They're actually against Tom MacDonald. We represent, we break the idea that you have to have the industry to succeed. They want to brainwash artists, and to use one of your titles, into thinking that if you don't have the industry, you don't have all their ammo and everything they bring to the table, you might as well just keep waiting tables or parking cars or stay on the farm, son. There's no point in even trying this. And it's just not true. I think on a creative level, and it's really what I wanted to talk to you about it more in depth where everybody could hear it, is my opinion is that content, talent, and persistence wins. It wins in the end.
Yep.
If you've got talent, real talent,
agreed,
and you've got great content.
Definitely.
I mean, if you look at your content, Tom, it rivals any content out there. In my opinion, it's better than the content that's out there.
We all agree.
So when you come with great content, you've got real talent, and then that persistence part kicks in. You know, a lot of people in this country think that America owes them something. They think if they don't get what they want, then they're going to go throw a brick through a window. And I remind them all the time, we have a right to pursue happiness, not a right to be happy. You don't have a right to be successful, to be happy.
Damn, I love this guy. He is he is still so awesome. Holy shit.
Happy to be popular, to be famous, to be rich, to be any of those things. You have a right to pursue your happiness. That's it. That's the only guarantee America has, the right to go for it. And so
Absolutely.
guys like you and I go for those things. And because of the people watching right now, songs that we put out become chart-topping songs and get a lot of attention. If it wasn't for the fans, man, nobody would know who the hell we are.
Nope.
Exactly. And yeah, and persistence, like,
Oh, by the way, do you guys like that poofy rainbow chair he's sitting in? That's Nova's chair.
you said, is a big part
Oh,
of
that's
it. And that seems to be like a thing that's happened in America over the last 10 years is, I don't know if it was social media or the internet or the reliance on those things, but it seems like these days people are afraid of hard work. And if there's one thing that
It's been like that for
I've
a
never been
while.
afraid of, it's hard work.
It is. I don't know. I think you guys would agree with me, but it's been like that for a long time. I would say once Generation X started having, when we had kids and then they started getting to be teenagers, that's when the hard work went out the window. That's what I think.
And I think that the same goes for you. You're working day in and day out, just like I am. And like you were saying there, you said not only are the industry sort of not behind us, they're actively working against us. That's effectively like sort of made us the counterculture. And
Yep.
how bizarre is it?
I mean, what happened to all the outlaws, man? I mean,
Dude.
it used to be that rap, you think about Ice Cube and you think about all the rappers that were like, I mean, they were the counterculture. They were the ones saying, I don't care what you said. I am not going to bend the knee to that. And in country music, you had guys like Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash that were out there, Merle saying, when you're
I just did the same thing Tom did. I just did that. I just noticed it.
talking down my country, son, you're walking on the fighting side of me. And then you had guys like Bob Dylan coming out and writing songs about Vietnam. And I mean, the pen is mightier than the sword. That's a real statement. I mean,
Absolutely.
if you singers and songwriters had a large hand in shutting down the Vietnam War, then you're not paying attention, because that's exactly what happened. Music was a catalyst that brought millions and millions of people together underneath the banner of a 3-minute song. And it affected what the government wound up doing in that war. And so, yeah, at this point, it seems like all the big voices in music, for the most part, have been co-opted by the industry. And even though a lot of them are really great people and they think just like you and I think on a lot of levels, they're not allowed to put that in their music. They're told specifically, you can't do that interview, you can't sing that song, you can't talk about that subject, sit down, shut up, we own you, do what we tell you to do or you're out of here.
And this is the beauty of being an independent musician in 2023. And you know what? Like, how bizarre is it that in 2023...
You guys, Duke's barking to come in. I don't want to leave him outside the whole time, so I'm going to let this play for y'all while I run out to go grab him real quick.
Love of country, love of freedom, exercising freedom of speech, the truth has become counterculture. That right there should tell you how backwards things are.
Yeah. I mean, if telling the truth is a marketing angle, where are we now? I mean, that's what it is. I mean, telling the truth is a marketing angle. That's really what this is. It's pretty incredible. But here we are, and there's not many of us. And listen, the people watching right now, the people that share this music, they are helping make the statement. Anybody watching right now, when you go spend that $1.29 and download the song, the whole industry sees that. The whole woke industry, they see it and they absolutely hate it. It's like gasoline in their eyes.
Yeah, it is.
That's them crazy. They're like, how is this even possible? These guys aren't part of our system. Another one of your songs. They're not part of our system, so this is not supposed to be possible. Yet there it is, and Billboard has to report it. And so, we've got a few more hours here. I think maybe 12 or 18 hours
Yeah, just so you know, John, there's 6,000 people in here right now. And like John was just saying, we're under 24 hours away from our downloads. They stop counting towards the Billboard charts in less than 24 hours. So there's over 6,000 people in the chat. If there's folks here right now that haven't headed over to iTunes or haven't wandered over to Amazon and downloaded End of the World by myself and John Rich, please do. There's 6,000 of us. 6,000 downloads to sneak in right before the finish line would be
that
massive,
would piss everybody
massive,
off, wouldn't it?
massive. It would help us big time on the charts. And, like we've been talking about, me and John are competing against a system who is an industry that's actively working against guys like John and I. So, even if half of us here, 3,000 downloads got in tonight, that's a massive. If half of us here, 3,000 downloads got in tonight, that's a massive statement. And John and I both really appreciate it. And there's going to be people in record labels pulling their fucking hair out on Tuesday morning next week when those billboards come out and me and John are sitting at number one. So if you haven't yet, the link is pinned in the comments.
Pulling their hair plugs out.
Pulling their hair plugs out.
By the way, this is tobacco, everybody, if you're wondering. This is my John Wayne cigar. Remember in the old Westerns, John Wayne would smoke the little skinny cigars, and so did Clint Eastwood.
I remember that, but I have a feeling nobody else does.
So I'm celebrating tonight because
Queenie probably remembers too. But we all know a certain somebody who shall go, and he shall not be named.
I think we are going to be number one, Tom. So I'm having a little tobacco here in Tennessee.
Yeah, cool. I think you probably have a little Clint Eastwood flowing through your veins too, so it's very fitting. So I think we're gonna end up at that number one spot, guys. But the link is pinned in the comment section, so just click the link, download it on iTunes. If you don't have an iPhone because you hate Apple, first of all, I respect that. But
I got rid of my iPhone years ago because of the proprietary shit. So he is so right. You have an iPhone, get the hell rid of it.
Head over to Amazon and download it there if you don't use iTunes. And John and I really appreciate it.
So, Tom, I'm going to ask you a question or two as a fan of yours, okay?
Sure, yeah.
We're both songwriters, and I've always told people that I think a blank sheet of paper and a pencil are the two most powerful things in the world.
Agreed.
The Constitution of the United States started out as blank paper before someone put a pen to it. The pages of the Bible started out as blank pages before the inspired word was put down on it. And every great song that's ever impacted your life started out as blank paper, and some guy or gal sitting there with a pen or a pencil has started writing down some words. And so I wanted to ask, in your writing process, because you and I have never written a song together, that's another thing we're going to have to do.
We're going to have to
write a song.
Queenie.
But when you're writing one, your songs are so directional. Like when you talk about The System, that's one of my favorite songs of yours is The System, because it is absolutely spot on. Do your lyrics come to you that, I would use the word distilled? Your lyrics there is so much information in so few words, which, by the way, Tom, that's the hardest thing to possibly do. Simplicity is the hardest thing. The most information with the fewest amount of words. That is always the goal of a songwriter. In my opinion, the greatest that ever did it was Johnny Cash.
Now, I have to agree, and I have to make sure I keep pausing because I don't want to get slapped off line like I have numerous times before.
I think he said more with less than anybody that ever wrote a song. Yep. Tom Petty is also up there in that kind of class. But you say a whole lot with very few words. So what is the process for you when you're writing a song like that?
What an awesome fucking question.
Well, it definitely it doesn't come out true to form, that's for sure. It starts off as like I had the title for
Son of a bitch, they got me. They fucking got me. come on, really? Come on, YouTube. Come on. Never fucking fails. Never fucking fails. Assholes. Now I need to pause my recording. No, I'm not going to pause my recording. Fuck that. This is all going to get uploaded. Wow, it's still sitting. It's still sitting as fucking unavailable. Wow. They didn't just knock me off. They slammed my ass off. Wow. Yay, I'm back. Woohoo. Holy shit. Alright, you guys. So, I want to continue with this because this is fucking epic. But if I get smacked off again, maybe if I just pause it more? I mean, this is a fan looking at two musicians that I'm a fan of. I'm not making money off of this. What the hell are you knocking me off the freaking line for, YouTube? What the hell? Jeez. So I paused it right as I noticed the screen, because I'm running it on my phone on the side here. Because I knew anything that has to do with Tom MacDonald, my ass gets swatted every time. Every time. Papa knows. DK was here. He knows. They've been here. Every single time I get freaking smashed. YouTube, you suck. You suck. You suck. Anyway, what do you guys think? I want to continue, but do you think they're probably gonna smack me again? Fuck.
The system. Because it's something that I have been referencing a lot in conversation and in interviews.
Let's at least just finish this section.
And I've used the term in other
Please.
songs. And obviously the system is like a much bigger concept than just like one or two lines in a song. So, I thought the system is a great title. It's sort of all encompassing of many different issues that are going on.
Facts. Pause.
Not in just America, but in Canada, North America, the entire world. So it started out as just a massive, overly complicated mess of what I thought the system was, and where it starts at birth. And
Hold on. Just in case. What a freaking Tom's face at the pause.
and how it ends at death, and how it restarts with the next generation at that point. So a lot of my more political, socially charged records start out as a mess of ideas. And I'll sort of like, I draw a lot of contradictions in my music, but between different things. Like, I said in this song, New World Order, you call a dad a deadbeat for neglecting his boys, but a mom kills a baby and you call it pro-choice. So I really try to draw these contrasts, these contradictions that sort of exist in our culture right now. And
He's freaking epic. They both are. I am so glad that I reacted to his Progress song. I'm so glad that I reacted to that so you guys got a little taste of him. Because you already know he's pretty damn awesome.
And it starts off with a mess of ideas and a mess of concepts. And I slowly boil it down and boil it down and boil it down. And I take 8 bars and try and figure out.
Again! Well, YouTube smashed me again. All right, YouTube, you want to be an asshole? You want to be an asshole, YouTube? I can deal with you being an asshole. I can deal with that. Because you're going to be a piece of shit no matter what. Unbelievable. So, I'm going to go ahead and pop over to... Aww. Where... There you are. Hey, there we go. Alright, this guy is pretty awesome. We've watched some of this. I hope some of y'all are still here. Fuck you, YouTube! So yeah. I saw this pop up, actually, in my notifications while I was doing, so I haven't watched this. But... This guy is funny as hell. Watch this shit. It's short. It's only 51 seconds. What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah. What must be wiped? What must be wiped?
Been wiped. Now that I know that's what everybody thinks that's what he's saying. So...
cops from contact with anyone, quote, reasonably believed to be engaged in, likely to engage in, or to have...
But I didn't mean to hit that. Thing says, punished for being friends with Roger Stone. But, Hey, DK, hello, by the way. I'm just... Yeah, I guess so, Queenie. Because I get smacked every single effing time. And... just, you know what? There was somebody that left a mess or posted a message on one of my last video, or one of them, that was telling me, you know, Hangover Gang would take care of me and they'd all, you know, come and support me if I do more Tom MacDonald videos. And I'm like, dude, I was probably a freaking Hangover Gang addict before you even heard of him. So, But, okay, DK. Still, what the... That's for you, YouTube. Cheers. Assholes. Well, so... I actually did... So, when I do my lives, I record them as well. So... all of this is recorded. So I can put this on, say, Rumble. So that they can see how much I get smacked. So that was freaking... I'm going to have to watch the rest of that video, though, because that was freaking... Hearing him explain how he would distill his music down. Distill was a good word that John used. Or boil it down, the way Tom was saying, boiling it down. His process must take him so long. I'm curious. I'm curious if maybe Tom... Oh, nah, probably not. But maybe... He finds those contradictions. Here we go. You guys, Duke's under the desk. He's not barking at me, and it's 2 minutes to 7 here. So I'm not gonna say anything loud. He might still be sleeping. Hey, Pen. Aww. You got some on your foot? Pet? I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, Queenie. I was not long after Wheels. Honestly, it's been so many freaking years now. If it's been over a year, I won't remember shit. That's how shitty my memory is. For recent old stuff. Now, old stuff, I can remember mostly. But, yeah, I think right after what you just said, Queenie, I think right after Wheels Keep Turning, wasn't that one. I actually, wow, go Queenie, hell yes. That reminds me, I need to go check out, see what Loza's dropped recently. And I also want to do I'm gonna do like a short or a live, pop-up live at some point, because King Dada that I met in, I think it was in your reaction to the end of the world, Chirac. I think that's where I followed King Dada already. And I saw some cool stuff that I wanted to watch on his videos. So, I will do that. Alright. This was too many yawns close together, so... Yeah, go for it, DK. You know, ground crew is with a K because of your corner. You know that, right? In honor of you. Ask Comics, because I'm the one that did. I said that, and he said that's cool. DK, I'm on his Discord majority of the time. No, thank you, DK. Thank you. That's where I am most of the time. I mean, I'm in a whole bunch of different ones, including the one for quantum computing and all that. But DK's corner is where I basically hang out. And, like, if I get a minute to come back in and... Shit. Ooh. Queenie, thank you. I need to make a note of that. Because, depending on... Really, Duke? Really? Really? Alright. Okay, DK. Well, thank you for... Oh, Duke! Well, on that note... And why did I just take a big freaking... Night, Chill Rock! You got something coming in the mail, my brother. I might even wrap it. I'm probably going to go ahead and call this myself. YouTube wrecked it. YouTube wrecks everything. So, freaking YouTube. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and watching that with me. And I apologize for all the yawning. I don't know why that happens so much. I swear to you, this is not fake. I know my ground crew knows it's not fake because I yawn even when I go on Cat's frickin' channel. if I'm on a frickin' alive in Discord, I yawn. It's fucking stupid. So, like I said, on that note, because it's dissipated, I'm going to go ahead and call this. And thank you guys very much for spending your hour or however long you stuck around for. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time here with me. I appreciate it. And I think I'm going to use my new outro because I actually modified it a little bit. And it's got some music. So, love you guys. Apparently no music.